Today I just want to do a little bit of diamond painting. I just came home from my mom's house today. By the way, I'm using my pen. Hopefully it's focused. I just came home from my mom's today and I haven't been playing my roulette at all this week, so I am just going to do this for a little while. Hopefully I'll be able to see because of the ring light that is on. Hopefully it is possible for you to see. Let's just get it a little bit closer, like this. Okay, let's hope that this will be in focus. Now, can you see that this is the face of the baby? By the way, I am doing, for those of you who are not familiar with this project, I am doing my baby's portrait. This is it. Where it is? There it is. So I am basically right now doing this part of it. So it's his forehead, and there's a lot of forehead because it's bald-ish. But still, I cannot wait to see how it grows. The quality of this kit is amazing. I don't know if you'll be able to see the quality of the stones, but I am really in love with these stones. They're really good. Look at them, like one by one. I did not throw, like, well, maybe like 3 by now, but this is a perfect kit for me. I was doing the romantic couple. I think that you have seen that in my crafty weeks, but or the roulette for now. So that's something that I was doing, but when I received this one, I was sure that I was going to just leave it until I finish my couple, the darkish romantic one. But no, I could not wait. I just opened it. I wanted to show you the kit, and then I just wanted to start it. By the way, I did ask if you would prefer me to finish the other one, and most of you did tell me that they wanted to see the portrait of my baby being done. So that's what I'm going to do now. It's been a couple of days now, so I'm just trying to get used to it. By the way, if I am slow, it will get faster with time because I have a ring light over my canvas, and it's really hard to see the symbols like this. I think putting the ring light over it was a mistake. I can turn it off, but I want you to see the diamonds as well, the best you can. So maybe I'll check it out. We'll see how the ring light will work. If it will not, I'll just use my lighting in the room, but it's not so good, so I don't know what's going to happen. For now, I just, like I said, randomly decided to sit down. Baby boy fell asleep. He was making a little bit of noise. My husband went out for work, and I am home alone. That's why I put him to bed. It's now only 7 o'clock at night, but still he was really tired, so I guess he wanted to sleep, so let him sleep. He's supposed to have his bath at 9:30, something like that, 9:30, and then 10 o'clock dinner, last bottle for the day, and go to sleep. So that's basically our usual routine, unless we're going somewhere, so it kind of depends on that. But usually at about 10 o'clock, like 10:30, he is going to night routine, so he is pretty good with that. Sometimes he's having trouble falling asleep, but mostly he is sleeping through the night, almost through the night. Sometimes he wakes up at about 4 o'clock to eat, but sometimes he does sleep like until 6 o'clock in the morning. After I feed him, by the way, at that time he is falling back to sleep. So yeah, that's something that is great and fun. Now, at my mom's house, I did take my Heaven and Earth with me, which I am going to show you in my next video. But I do have something at my mom's house that I really wanted to try. but I never did because I actually got her a kit, like something that I have never done before. And she has trouble with her eyes, so she just put it aside and keeps telling me that yeah, she's going to try it, and she haven't even opened it. And you know what, I am sure that she never will until I will get to it. And I've been walking around this little kit and like looking at it and really wanting to try it and open it and touch whatever is inside, because I've never really, tried a project like that. So I did that this weekend, and you know what? I loved it. It's so fun to do. It's so easy. I am talking about a pillow in a, how do you call it, hatchlock routine technique. A hatchlock, which is kind of a carpet-like pillow. It is so fun to make. If I wouldn't have had so many projects going on right now, I definitely would have taken it into rotation, because I don't see her doing it, because until she makes herself new glasses, I don't see how she is going to do it ever. And time is, running out. Well, not running out, like running. So I keep wanting to do it more and more, and I did. I did open it today. Not today, like yesterday, and I started it. And you know what? I didn't film it because I wanted to have a good size part already, done. So I just decided not to film about it, but I am going to tell you about it. So it is a pillow with flowers, and I am thinking that I will be doing that whenever I go visit her. I was thinking maybe to take it back home with me, but then I decided not to, and just take it. Whenever I come visit her, I will be doing that pillow. It's not taking long at all. It's a really fast process. And I think that if you just sit and do it, you can finish it within like 2 weeks, that's for sure. Now, I have been on a website looking for kits like that, but for carpets, little carpets, because the Russian websites, they do have the kits with the carpet, but there are tiny little ones, like 60 over 30 or something. And what kind of carpet is that? It's tiny. And I was thinking of making one of them to our bedroom, because big changes are going to happen in our family soon, and we need to move to a different room. I'm going to tell you about it in a couple of minutes, but we need to move to a different room, me and my husband. So we are going to make our bedroom. We have 4 bedrooms in our house, so we need to choose a bedroom for ourselves. Baby boy is still sleeping with us, so I'm not sure which room he's going to move after he moves to his own room. For now, he is good in our room. He sleeps in his own bed, but still. But one room is for my husband's office, for now at least, until he, decides he is ready to rent a place outside of the house. But for now, he will be in our room, in one of the rooms of the house, the larger ones. I have showed you that office, like in my videos, because I sometimes film in there when somebody is at home. I go there to film on his massage table. Anyways, the changes that are going to happen is that his father is apparently coming to live with us. Currently, we are living in a house, in a home, in an apartment, I guess, which was his parents' apartment. Unfortunately, his mother passed away in the beginning of this year, a couple of months before Mark was born. And before she passed away, his father decided that he wanted to go down a couple of stores, because she had cancer, and she had really bad, she had trouble walking and going up and down the stairs to the fourth floor. It was really difficult for her, for him. It was really difficult. So they decided to rent an apartment. And in some point, we wanted to sell this apartment, but eventually we ended up, dropping that idea for now. There was a reason for that, but I'm not really sure what is going to happen with it, if we're still going to follow the current plan or if we are going to sell this house, because it's really not what I want. It's kind of old and, anyways. We don't have an elevator, and we live on the fourth floor. Now, can you imagine with a newborn how hard it was? When I was pregnant, really, really pregnant, that's when I moved here, because my husband moved here before me. I don't know, whoever follows my channel might know that I stayed at my mom's house. My husband moved here to get the house ready, like for I think for a month he was living here without me. And our plan basically was that he'll get the place together, and then I'll move in and we'll have the baby and everything will be great. But I don't see any more of this symbol. Let's just change. Can you see these containers? I am loving these containers. I just put it back, just close it. There you go. Now I'm going to choose a different color, which is going to be, maybe we'll take this one, the dollar mark, which is a larger amount of it is on this, there you go. Shake it a little bit, shaky, shaky, shaky. There you go. Okay, that's enough. Anyways, I moved in here, had the baby, and then we decided that we are not going to sell, because first of all, these houses are up for, I don't know how to say that, restoration, I guess, restoration, whatever. Anyways, they're going to rebuild this house. I mean, they're going to take it down and build a new house instead of this one, because these are really, really old. The houses are really old, and the city is being renewed, so they go like neighborhood by neighborhood, like in different towns, and they just renew the neighborhood by changing the houses, like building new houses instead of the old one. That means that the people who have their own apartments in these houses, they're going to basically get a new apartment. Now, we would have had a couple of choices if we would have stayed here, I mean, we are still here. Meaning we can either stay here, wait until the house is being built. Meanwhile, they are giving us an apartment like to live in for the time that we, before the house is being built, like is ready. They're moving basically all the tenants from this house to a new place. Now, after that, after everybody moves, they're taking this house down, this building down, and they are building a new one instead of that. Now, this is one of our options, just to go for a rental apartment and wait until the house is being built. That's going to take about like a year or something. So basically, it's not a problem for me to live in a rental apartment for a year, because after that we are supposed to get a new apartment. And buying a new apartment, or even an old apartment in Israel, it's basically impossible, especially for young people who are living in like a normal life, not earning like millions of dollars or shekels. or have parents who can get them the money to buy an apartment. It's really, really difficult to get an apartment. You need a very big amount of money as a first, you know, a first, how do you say this? Like you give them some amount of money before you can take mortgage or pay for the apartment. Anyways, whatever. So yeah, we had a second option actually. The second option is once the whole thing gets approved, they will get everything started. We have the option of taking the money for the apartment. If we don't want to live in this neighborhood or in this particular project, we can just take the worth of the new apartment, no, not the old one, the new one that they are going to build. Basically, the company that builds buying the apartment from us, and we can buy with that money from the new apartment. We can buy our place, a new apartment in wherever we want. Basically, we get the money for the apartment. They buy it from us. Which is, I think, a better idea for us because I am not really happy with the neighborhood, and you know, I have been talking about it. It's really noisy. It is a nice neighborhood because it's close to everything. We have a lot of stores in here, like little stores you can just go buy milk at. But it's close basically to everything. It's really close to the hospital, like 5 minutes drive. Well, the area is okay, but it's an old area, and I am not really content with the population that lives here, and I'm not really happy. I don't know, I would rather live in a different area, like the area we have lived in before we moved last to my mom's house, which was near the ocean, and that's the best place we have lived in. I mean, it was like 5 minutes walking to the beach, to the beach, and it was really, really a good environment and a quiet place. Here, you can see that I really want to film in silence, but I can never do that because it's always so noisy. Cars are always driving by. You do not have 1 minute of silence here, especially at nighttime when it's supposed to be quiet. Sometimes you can just go crazy because if you don't disassociate yourself from this road and drive by that's going around here, you're just going to hear the cars driving around like till morning. So it's really annoying. So my thought is maybe to take the money and run. But we'll see about that. The thing is that this apartment, again, like I said, it's my husband's father's apartment. Now, he wanted us to have it. That's why we moved here. He wasn't thinking about moving back here because he didn't want to go back to the fourth floor. But his rent over there in his apartment is coming to an end. And well, I did tell my husband that eventually he will want to move back home because what's the point having your own apartment and living in a rental one? I don't see the point. So I was sure that that will eventually happen. We will be ending up living with him. So the thing is that he decided, well, he did ask us, like, by the way, asked us if he would decide to move back to this place and live with us, would we accept him? Now, that was a funny question because basically we are living in his house. So, yeah, but he thinks that it's our house now. So he asked us if we will be willing to take him in. Now, again, considering that it is his house and it's his father and he will not throw him to the street, eventually it was decided that he will come live with us. So in like 2 months from now, he's going to move in. And one of the rooms in the house is going to be his. So I'm having a little bit of a dilemma of where I'm going to put my baby in his own room when his father will probably take the small room where I'm sleeping with Marky right now. We have this little cute room that we wanted to make as room for the kid, but we'll see. I'm not really sure what to do, which room he's going to take, which room we are going to move in, if we're going to move to the larger office room and make it into a bedroom. I mean, there is a bed over there. There is a bed over there. So basically we can sleep there as in a bedroom, but I do want to buy bedroom type furniture eventually. So we didn't yet. We do have beds in there and we have closets, but I want like a full bedroom set. So having it being an office for his work for now, we will not be able to make it into a bedroom, and we'll be basically sleeping in his office. So that's a dilemma, because I do want Marky to have his own room eventually. I don't want him to be, sleeping in his grandfather's room, of course. Now we are going to decide what to do about that. We'll see. That won't be a big problem. It is going to be interesting because, to be honest, I didn't want to live with parents anymore because we had a big blow when we lived with my mom. Well, my husband had a big blowout with her. Something is off here. Yeah. So they had a big fight. Well, we all had a big fight. That was when I was still pregnant with Marky. I don't know how it's going to be with his father because it's giving me a little bit of anxiety. He is a good person. He's a good man. I'm not saying anything about that. No problem with him. Never had problems with him. Plus, he's kind of afraid of me, I think, because he keeps being really delicate around me, trying to, I think he thinks that I am the woman in the house now, and he was, my husband's mother was the boss in the house, so he probably thinks that I am ruling the house right now, so that's why he is asking for my permission. But it seems like when he's going to move in with us, basically what's going to happen, we are going to make changes in this apartment, rebuild something. That depends on how everything goes with the whole apartment issue. If this is going to be rebuilt, what's the point of rebuilding the apartment for us? I mean, we are going to waste a lot of money for color, for removing a wall or rebuilding a bathroom, and then everything's going to be taken down. That's a bad idea. I think that's a waste of money. So I'm not really sure. We'll see what we're going to be doing. To be honest, I would really like to sell these projects with the whole renewal thing. They take years. Sometimes people are waiting for 12 years for their houses to be taken down and for the project to get going, and it's really upsetting because you are really building on the fact that you're going to get a new apartment and you basically cannot do anything with your old one, because if you sell it before time and then the project will start at your building, you're losing a lot of money, because the apartment that we're supposed to be getting by the plans that we have been shown is worth a lot more than this apartment is worth right now. So if we are to sell this place, we're going to sell it for maybe 700,000 shekels. And if we are going to wait for the new apartment to take off to be built, the worth of it is going to be 1,400,000 shekels. So if we're going to sell, we're going to lose a lot of money, and if the project will get going in the next couple of years, it will be really sad to lose such an amount. And but if it will take for a lot more years for it to go, to get started, I don't know if it's worth the wait. I'm not really sure if we should put money into this apartment, and I don't know. Oh, Marky is awake. So yeah, that's a dilemma. I don't know, we'll see about that. I am still having trouble really imagining how it's going to be like living with his father, because he is another man in the house. So I'm not really sure how it's going to happen, and I'm not really happy about that, to be honest. I didn't even want to live with my mom, because I think living with parents is a quick road to disaster, because still sometimes they do things differently and we disagree and things get really messy. So that's something that we need to think about. Just a second, I'll go check on my baby. Okay, so we had a couple of really hard hours. Hours. I mean, I paused the video 2 hours ago. Yeah. Actually, I don't know what's going on. I think it's his teeth, but he started crying, and I've been trying to put him, to sleep, I guess, or because he's really tired. He's trying to go to bed. He's trying to go to sleep, but he can't, and every time he tries, he starts crying really, really bad. And yeah, my poor little baby. So I tried everything. I tried to, hold him in my arms in every possible position. I gave him a bath. I fed him. I tried to put him down to bed to sleep. I tried to pick him up again. Nothing helped for 2 hours straight. Crazy screaming. Actually, he never does that. So I figured that something really must have been bothering him, because he's not a crying one. He really cries only when something really does, bothers him, like if he's hurt. I mean, it's not like he's hurt every day, but if he's having trouble to fall to sleep, which seldomly happens, but it does. Oh my god. Can you hear that? I mean, how can you put a baby to sleep when they drive by like that? I'm sure that you heard that. Oh, anyways, he's okay now, I hope. I think he is trying to fall asleep now, because I put him down to bed like a couple of minutes ago, and I gave him a medicine like to help him go to sleep. I wanted to help him go to sleep, but it's kind of so he won't be in pain. I mean, it reduces fever if he has it, or any pain or whatever. It's called Novimol. Novimol. There. Yeah, so it's for babies, so it's fine. I don't ever give it to him just in case, but I really think that something was really bothering him. I think that it's his teeth. I mean, his gums for now. I think that's the reason he was so fussy. So right now he is trying to sleep. I hope that he will, go to sleep and not cry anymore, because I really don't want him to cry. When he cries, it's just so sad because he is such a cute little boy. Okay, now I can relax. I've cleaned the room where I am giving him his bath. He is fed, washed. hopefully content, hopefully feels better, or at least will start feeling better in a couple of minutes when the medicine starts working. Well, he is already, kind of falling asleep. So, yeah, having a baby. It's not always fun and games. Some people think that having a baby is so fun. Especially, we have a couple of friends that, well, they are not ready for a baby. Let's say that. Most of them are not. But we have a couple of friends, like our best friends, the ones who were, well, the husband in the relationship held them when he was when we had him circumcised. So yeah, basically, he is like his godfather, you can say that. But anyways, at first we were kind of trying to convince her to get pregnant, to have a baby. Not convince, I know that this is not right, it's wrong to convince somebody to do it. But he is so ready, he really wants to be a father. To be honest, I don't think he will be a father anytime soon. Because she was basically at first saying that she wanted to make a career, and trust me, she's not one to make a career. She's not the, smartest, the sharpest pencil in the box. I like her, but she's not. I'm sorry. Thank God she's not watching these videos, but I'm sorry. Anyways, but she is trying to make a career. That's what she was saying in the beginning. And that was her excuse. Now after that, she was saying that, oh, what is this? She was saying that she wanted to get settled first and be sure that they have a good salary, that they have a good place to live, stuff like that. You guys, they have their own home, they have their own apartment, which was her mother's apartment, but her mother moved away. She moved to her mom's house because her mother got sick, so she moved to live with her. And they got the apartment where her mother used to live. Now they are paying the mortgage. It's basically already their apartment. They have 2 cars. They have, he, the husband, he works and has a very good salary. And basically they have 2 cats that they have adopted. One of them is a killer cat because everybody who knows them is afraid of him. And that's her babies. These are her babies. I basically sat down and talked to her a couple of months after Marky was born, and we had this serious conversation about their future and what she wants. And, I was telling her that we are over 30 and it's already, like dangerous-ish age to have babies, to just start have babies, because there are more chances to have pathologies and problems with the pregnancy. The pregnancy is, well, it's harder, and I don't judge women that give birth to children after 30. Of course not. I am 30 now, 38. I am going to be 38. So I think that it's fine, but to not even be thinking about having a baby at 33 years old, I don't know. I mean, I respect the fact that some people just are child free. They don't want to have kids just because they don't want to commit to something like that. I understand that, but I think that it's so important to have not a big, but a family, to have something left behind us after we, old, and after we go. I don't know. I don't really want to get into those deep conversations. I mean, I can maybe in a different video, but basically we had a conversation, and eventually, to be honest, the real reason why she didn't want to have a child, a baby, is not because she wants to make a career, to become a career woman. I realized that by the end of that conversation, she actually told me the real reason why she doesn't want to have kids. She doesn't want to have kids, like, anytime soon. And that's because she said that she doesn't feel like she can be a mother. I mean, like, she has a mother instinct in her. I mean, she likes kids, other people's kids. She can come over, play with the kid, and then she gets tired of him and she just gives him away and goes home. That's basically her, thing. So she basically said that she doesn't see herself as a mother. To be honest, okay, I respect that. No problem. You don't have to have babies. I mean, it's really your choice. It's a really big choice to make. It's a really big responsibility. You have to be ready for this. You have to want it, because it's not a toy. It's a human being. You have to take care of him, like, for the rest of his life, almost. But I don't know. I mean, I feel bad for her husband then, if that's the real reason. If she does not, she's just not seeing herself as a mother at all, then poor husband. I mean, because I know that he really, really loves her. She's the only one he's been with, like, basically most of his life. He's been waiting for her to come around and marry her until she, stopped running around, and finally he got her to marry him. And he's like, he always gets so upset whenever she gets angry, or if she gets, like, upset about something. He becomes, like, as white as a wall. It's good that somebody loves you so much, but sometimes it feels like he's afraid that if she'll get mad at him and she'll leave him or something like that. So he always tries to be really, quiet and not do anything to upset her, I guess. I don't know. I believe that having a kid, a baby, I do believe that it's really hard. It's a big responsibility. It's hard on your body. It's hard, it always is getting back at you with your health, because, your body changes, pregnancy, hormones, stuff change with you after you get pregnant, after you give birth. Everything changes. But if you are ready to do it after you have that baby, I mean, I know that there are hard moments, like the ones that I just had with him, like 2 hours screaming, straight screaming, and especially when I'm not really used to that, because he is not a screamer. Like I said, he is a really, mellow, content baby. But there are moments, he's a baby, he's allowed to scream and cry, it's okay. But still, when he smiles, it's like, it's worth it. I think that it's worth it, because I know that I'm doing something right, because he is my life. After I gave birth, I had a really, really bad time. The first, like, let's say 2 months, like a month and a half, 2 months, I was in a really bad depression. I was feeling really bad physically, emotionally, especially emotionally. My mom spent like almost a month in our house, trying to help me. My husband was really helpful. He also took, a couple of weeks off work to be at home. I I never could complain about not getting help. I'm never alone. I have an amazing family. It's really small, but it is amazing. People are there for me, and thank God, I'm so thankful for them. But to be honest, when it comes to taking care of the baby, most of it I was trying to do myself because my mom really helped me. She was trying to help me with the baby as well, but I didn't let her. I didn't let anybody do anything, almost nothing, uh, because I wanted to do it. I felt like I had to get up at night and feed him, or, you know, keep him calm, because the first 2 months he was really crying a lot. Yes, he was gassy. Well, we had the first 2 months really hard, really difficult time. And really, my husband used to spend all night with him. He was trying to, at least a couple of times, because I just couldn't sleep knowing that he's out there with him. So I kept coming out of my room all the time, and he was getting angry at me because he felt like I don't trust him with the baby. So that's the reason why I keep coming out and not sleeping. But basically what he was trying to do is take the baby off me and let me sleep for at least a couple of hours, because I haven't been sleeping at all. I mean, I felt like even when I closed my eyes and tried to go to sleep, I was aware of everything around me. I did not sleep. So that was really difficult. And then a couple of days after we came back home from the hospital, I got a really, really bad backache. I think it was after the epidural, but my lower back it felt like it was broken. I could not walk, I could not sit, I could not lay down, nothing. And the only thing that made me, keep my sanity was the fact that I got into my head that I had to take care of the baby. I just felt like I had to pick him up. Nobody else had to. I did. I needed to pick him up. When he was crying, I was crying with him, and I was actually standing back, standing up, holding him and crying because my back was so painful. I told you about that I was after a C-section, so I was after an operation. Everything was really, really difficult, and I got so depressed. Thank God it didn't go through, to the baby, because I know that some women that experience after birth depression, they sometimes don't even want to get close to the baby because they, end up hating them or just having trouble accepting them. I don't know, but for me it wasn't like that. I was trying to get closer to him, and to be honest, it sounds crazy, but I felt like I don't love him. I felt like I actually had these thoughts where it's so embarrassing to say this right now, that I was sorry for having him. It's true. I mean, that's after birth depression for you. I was feeling that I was sorry for going through all of that, for having the baby, because I felt like I don't love him. And I couldn't understand how women give birth and they show so much love for their babies, and so much, they're so happy, and I didn't feel that. I felt bad. I felt like it was a burden. I don't know even how to explain that, but yeah, that's something that happened. After 2 months, it got better. Thank God, everything got, back to place. Kind of, I started feeling better physically. I started sleeping more. He started, he became more quiet. He became, he got older. But yeah, it got a little bit easier. I guess I got used to the sleeping arrangements. Everything got back into place. I physically started feeling better, and it took me a little time, but I fell in love with him. I did. And you know what? Maybe it's okay. Maybe it's fine to feel that way, because when you go through so much emotion, I it's not a normal pregnancy. I've been through IVF for 10 years. 10 years on hormones, on crazy amounts of hormones. Month after month, week after week, day after day, I was injecting myself with hormones. I was getting so much stuff, injected into me, that when I stopped, I guess everything just exploded. And it's fine to feel that way. You guys, if you feel like you are in trouble, just ask for help. Just let people help you. Family, close friends, let them know, because I do understand how it's like to have this really bad feeling after having your baby. And I know it feels really wrong. Today when I remember it, I can't even believe that I felt like I'm sorry for having him. I mean, I look at him and I can't imagine my life without him. I'm saying that and I want to cry. But I really can't. I really cannot imagine my life without him. Even in these moments where he is being so fussy and I don't know what to do when, I have to carry him around. And he's a heavy little boy. He is 8, I think even more now, like almost 8.5 kilograms. And he's a heavy little boy, so carrying him around for a long time in my arms is kind of difficult for me, because I'm not that strong. But I'm so happy that he is in my life now. It's like the reason for me. And I really want to have another one. I really want to give him a brother or sister, hopefully a sister. But yeah, so I did have a really big story after I gave birth. It was really difficult. It took a little time until, it got better, but I did get better. I did. I still have side effects from the birth. Well, not from the birth, I think from the epidural. Still have a couple of numb fingers in my leg. I think it's a little better now, but they are still not fully recovered. And that's fine, because I knew what I was going to do. I was fighting for it for such a long time that it's crazy for me to say that I'm sorry for it to happen. I mean, I didn't spend 10 years of my life having treatments, IVF treatments, just to say that was a bad idea. It's crazy. So yeah. So that's why I think that, having a baby, having your kids, your little angels, it is important, because it becomes like the light of your life. And if she would have thought about it, I think that she would have decided that too. It's kind of hard for me to imagine that somebody won't want to have a baby. Well, that's just me. you know, it's because I wanted it one for so long. When I met my husband, he was young. He still is. He is younger than me. He's 6 years younger than me. And when I realized how old he was, because he lied to me in the beginning, he said that he was 30 when he was actually 26. So he lied to me, but I gave him a chance, and I actually told him that I don't believe that anything is going to happen with us, that he is going to, you know, be ready for what I want. And I told him from the beginning that I am, you know, looking for somebody to start a family with. I want to find somebody to have a baby with. I am not looking for years of dating just to, you know, to spend my time. I actually told him that, like, on the second date or the first date even when we met, because I realized that, you know, I just needed to put it out there. I wasn't going to spend like years dating without a reason. If the person was, you know, serious enough for, you know, meeting me and, you know, for a reason, for a serious relationship, that was great. If not, then it's fine, just not our thing. But basically, yeah, I finished. Anyways, that's a sad story, or a happy one. Well, it has a happy ending. That happy ending is sleeping in, you know, his crib, a couple of meters away from me. I need to put him in his room. So yeah, that's the story. Anyways, I went through a couple of issues this video. Basically, you know what? It's easier to do diamond painting and chit chat than a stitch along, because it's, you know, you don't really have to think about charts. But I am going to stitch a little bit. I don't know what. I think that this week I won't be spending playing the roulette. I do love the roulette, don't get me wrong, but sometimes I just want to stitch something by itself. So maybe I'll, like, because at my mom's house I was stitching my heaven and earth, and then I just thought that maybe I'll keep stitching it during this week because I really like it. I don't know, we'll see. Anyways, I want to say goodbye. I want to say thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for following me, for subscribing. I love you all so very much. Hopefully this video was interesting enough and you actually stitched along with me or diamond painted with me, because I was just talking about whatever. And yeah, so subscribe. Those of you who are not subscribed and watching my channel, it would really help my channel if you did, because, you know, it helps it grow and I really wanted to. So subscribe, be my friend. I know that 40-something% watches my channel without subscription, so you guys do it. And yeah, press the bell below if you want to be notified when my videos come out. Give me thumbs up, please. I like seeing thumbs up, write messages. I love to see your messages, and I love you guys. So I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.